Hey, Scott.
Hey.
Yeah, I lost the signal, so I'm not gonna call. I'm not calling Phoenix Drake anymore. He keeps stealing your. He keeps stealing your show.
Hey, that's all right. Like I said, I love to listen to people talk. So.
Well, I tell you, I'm actually having fun. So that was pretty cool. By the way, you're still on the air. So. By the way, so.
Yeah, that's okay. So, I have a question about the Philippines.
Go ahead.
I heard that since in the Philippines there's not much money, when an American goes over, is it true that the American is like number one over there?
You mean money-wise or currency-wise or what?
Money-wise, yeah.
Yeah, currency. Yeah, well, of course, you know, in the Philippines, Filipinos are they travel and migrate and work throughout the world. I mean, everywhere. And a lot of Filipinos work in the Middle East. You know, Iraq, Iran, all over. And of course, there are also a lot of them that work in the UK. And of course, the UK, the United Kingdom pound is higher than the US dollar, right? But in this case, there are about 42, 43 peso for $1 US. So if you had $1, that will bring you to about 40 or 43 peso. So it is quite of an advantage for Americans to spend in the Philippines. And in fact, there are companies that started a retirement home in the Philippines now. So basically, they are recruiting American retired people in nursing homes to retire over there because their money gets, you know, quadrupled. And so now things are a little bit more expensive also, you know, but it's still, if you had the US dollar, it's a big advantage compared to somebody who works locally.
How much does a house cost over there?
Oh man, you could probably build a house over there, a comfortable house. And I'm not talking about, you know, downtown Manila and all that city stuff. I'm talking about the provinces and, you know, yeah, imagine Kansas, you know, Oklahoma, Kansas, stuff like that compared to Detroit or Chicago. You could build a house over there for about $3,000.
Really?
Yeah, it just, I mean, a $3,000 house, it's nothing compared to the house you have here. But that would be
comfortable.
Yeah, more comfortable, and you could probably live on, I don't know, $2,000, $3,000 a year.
Wow.
Yeah, and you'll have yourself a housemaid, you know, somebody who will do your cooking and laundry and cleaning, you know.
I heard over there, I don't know if it's true or not, but the best food is on the road food.
A what?
People that think that the best food to have over there in the Philippines is you're walking down the street, you know, you have the little carts on the side of the road, the food.
Yeah. Sure.
Is it true that
Oh, in the Philippines, there's a lot of vendors. It's not like in the United States where, if you're into the selling of the food, you basically have a restaurant that's inspected by health department and all that legal stuff. Over there's a lot of vendors, and Filipinos have always used food as one of the tool for celebrating stuff. I mean, for gathering, for in pursuit of better foods, and food is a big part of our culture, I guess. And our food is somewhat close to the Mexican food. It's spicy, but it's also mixed with a little bit of a Chinese culture, and it's pretty.
You guys are all about flavor, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's let's put it this way: if most Filipinos, when they eat American food, we find American food a little bit too bland, I guess. Back home, it's usually overloaded with spices, and it's just full of flavors. Also,
do you miss the Philippines at all?
Oh yeah, I daydream about going home every day, but it's not something that something that's easy to achieve in my financing situation. So someday, but right now the good Lord has have me driving this truck here, and this is where I am to be. So it's all in His good time.
Well, I think Blue appreciates you driving her than anyone else, because you give her the go-go juice when she needs it.
Yeah, Blue's kind of funny that way. She won't go anywhere if I don't give her go-go juice.
I don't think anyone else would either.
By the way, one of the facts that I've learned is Philippines has the hottest pepper in the world.
Really?
Yeah, hot pepper. They're not any bigger than a pencil lead, but I tell you what, they are extremely hot. I mean, we call it labuyo. You ought to visit over there, Scott. I mean, it will change your life. It will change the way you look at your life, and it will enrich you.
I want to go over there. One of my friends that I used to work with, he just sold his house, and he's moving over there. And he's been there like 6 or 7 times in the last like 4 years. And
do you know where?
That's where he's moving.
Do you know where?
You mentioned it while you were talking.
Mindanao? Manila?
No, Manila.
Manila is a zoo. Manila is like New York City.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's and that's it. It's New York City and Detroit combined.
Wow.
Yeah. But if you go to the provinces, here again, it's comparison to Manila, Detroit, New York compared to Kansas and Oklahoma. Now you got to remember, Philippines consists of 7,000 islands, and of course, not every island is inhabited, but basically we're surrounded with the ocean everywhere you go. So you ought to go there, Scott, and then with me, I can show you the people to go, and it wouldn't really cost you anything. I mean, a round trip ticket will cost you about, well, I don't know, $1,500. And for
if we, I have found out if you fly out from Chicago to the Philippines, it's right around $1,200.
yeah, well, that's only to the Manila. But if you were to fly from Manila to Mindanao, to where I live, now you have got a computer in front of you, right?
I do.
Okay. Which do you use Google Map?
I do.
All right. Type in Camiguin Island. It's CAMI.
Give me 1 second. I gotta get to the Google Maps here. Maps. All right. Say it. Okay.
CAMI GUIN Island. Camiguin Island.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now
You are trying to know that wall.
you see the island, right? Now pick the nearest pointed part of Camiguin Island nearest to the island of Mindanao, the big island. If you zoom out a little bit, it should be towards you is the big island, or on your right side is the big island. On
Yep.
that little pointed kind of a peninsula there on the island, that's where
Okay.
I live. That's where I live.
Oh, okay.
Now if you use Google Earth, you can actually see my dad's grave.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes I have these days where I miss my dad, and I'll have a virtual visit with my dad's grave. That's weird,
Hey,
right?
you gotta see him smile.
Yeah. Now type in, if you zoom in, you probably will see the barrio of Liong, Liong. That's you'll see the little barrio or village right next to the where the pointed thing in the island. I don't know how would you do this, but if you type in Liong Camiguin, see what happens.
You want to spell that?
Liong. It's Lion G. Liong.
Okay, let's see. Come on.
Well, Scott, I think we're gonna cut this video here. We'll continue our conversation, but I'll cut the video, and that way we'll reserve it for the clip for other time. But so say goodbye to YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Oh, by the way, Scott, tell them about your moto vlog thing, because that was never did that.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you YouTube like motorcycle vlogs or people just talking about random stuff that don't really matter, then visit my channel. It's Mr. Moto Vlogger, MrMotovlogger. It's all together. I mostly do motorcycle vlogging. I talk to myself on the motorcycle, talk about problems and whatnot. But if you like that kind of stuff, then check me out.
Mr. Moto Blogger, right? Moto? Is it?
Yep, Mr. Moto Vlogger.
Moto Blogger. All right, everybody, say goodbye to Scott, and we'll catch you guys later. Johnny, be good here. Peace.